This video contains audio content only. There are no visual elements or images accompanying the audio. If you're expecting to see video footage, please note that this is an intentional audio-only presentation. We recommend listening to this content rather than watching the screen. Thank you for your understanding and enjoy the audio. Welcome, everyone, to our deep dive into the world of Żubrówka, a vodka that's not just a drink, but a journey through time, culture, and the untamed wilderness of Poland. Today, we're going to explore a spirit that has captivated palates and imaginations for over half a millennium. Żubrówka, often called Bison grass vodka in English, is more than just an alcoholic beverage. It's a testament to Polish heritage, a guardian of ancient forests, and a global phenomenon that has overcome remarkable obstacles. Imagine, if you will, a world where each sip of your drink transports you to a primeval forest, where European bison roam freely and ancient oaks whisper secrets of the past. This is the world of Żubrówka. In the next hour, we'll traverse centuries of history, uncover the secrets behind its unique flavor, and discover how a humble blade of grass became the cornerstone of an international sensation. We'll journey to the heart of the Białowieża forest, the last primeval forest in Europe, where the story of Żubrówka begins. We'll explore how this vodka went from being banned in the United States to becoming the third best-selling vodka brand in the world. We'll delve into the art of mixing the perfect Żubrówka cocktail and uncover how this traditional spirit is adapting to modern tastes. But Żubrówka is more than just a drink. It's a window into Polish culture, a protector of endangered ecosystems, and a testament to the enduring power of tradition in our fast-paced world. So, whether you're a vodka connoisseur, a history buff, or simply curious about the stories behind the things we consume, this journey through the world of Żubrówka promises to be as rich and complex as the spirit itself. So, sit back, perhaps with a glass of Żubrówka in hand if you're so inclined, and let's embark on this fascinating exploration of a truly unique spirit. From the misty forests of Poland to the cocktail bars of New York, the story of Żubrówka is one of passion, perseverance, and the indomitable spirit of both humans and bison. Let's begin our journey into the heart of bison grass vodka. 1. The fascinating 500-year history and cultural significance of Żubrówka. Our story begins in the 16th century, in the grand forests of what is now eastern Poland. Picture, if you will, the court of Polish King Sigismund I the Old. It's a time of opulence and discovery, and among the many luxuries enjoyed by the nobility is a curious new spirit, a vodka infused with a special grass beloved by the European bison that roamed the ancient Białowieża forest. This, dear listeners, was the birth of Żubrówka. But why, you might ask, would anyone think to flavor vodka with grass? Well, the answer lies in the intersection of practicality, mysticism, and a dash of medieval pharmaceutical experimentation. You see, in those days, alcohol wasn't just for merrymaking. It was believed to have medicinal properties, and alchemists were constantly seeking new infusions to cure all manner of ailments. The bison grass, known scientifically as Hierochloi odorata, was already revered for its aromatic properties. It was often strewn on church floors during religious festivals, filling the air with its sweet, vanilla-like scent. But it was the bison's fondness for this grass that truly captured the imagination of the Polish nobles. The European bison, or żubr in Polish, was a symbol of strength and vitality. Legend had it that the grass imparted the bison's power to those who consumed it. What better way to harness this power than to infuse it into vodka? The first recorded mention of this bison grass vodka appears in a 1534 Polish hunting manual. But it's believed the practice of infusing vodka with the grass predates this by several decades, if not centuries. For the next few hundred years, Żubrówka remained a drink of the elite, a symbol of Polish nobility and a testament to the bounty of the country's wild forests. Fast forward to the late 19th century, and we see Żubrówka taking its first steps towards becoming a commercial product. In 1928, the state-owned distillery in Białystok began large-scale production of Żubrówka, standardizing the recipe that had been passed down through generations. But the 20th century would bring both triumphs and tribulations for our grass-infused friend. World War II and the subsequent Soviet occupation of Poland threatened many Polish traditions, Żubrówka included. The communist regime nationalized the distilleries and for a time, it seemed the unique character of Żubrówka might be lost to mass production. Yet, against all odds, the tradition persevered. In fact, during the communist era, Żubrówka became something of a symbol of Polish resilience and cultural identity. In a time when so much was standardized and controlled, this distinctively Polish spirit, with its blade of grass in every bottle, was a small but significant reminder of the country's rich heritage. The fall of communism in 1989 opened new doors for Żubrówka. No longer constrained by state control, the brand could expand and innovate. But perhaps the most dramatic chapter in Żubrówka's recent history was its confrontation with the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. In 1978, the FDA banned Żubrówka in the United States. The reason? A compound called coumarin, found naturally in bison grass, which the FDA classified as a potential health risk. For decades, true Żubrówka was contraband in the U.S., smuggled in suitcases and savored in secret by Polish expatriates and adventurous drinkers. This ban, paradoxically, only added to Żubrówka's mystique. It became the forbidden vodka, its prohibition only enhancing its allure. Finally, in 2011, after years of research and development, a version of Żubrówka was created that satisfied FDA regulations while maintaining the spirit's distinctive flavor profile. Żubrówka was legal in the U.S. at last. Today, Żubrówka stands as the third best-selling vodka brand in the world, exported to over 80 countries. But more than that, it remains a proud symbol of Polish culture and craftsmanship. Each bottle, with its blade of hand-picked bison grass, is a link to centuries of tradition, a taste of the wild Białowieża forest, and a testament to the enduring appeal of this unique spirit. From royal courts to communist-era bars, from prohibition to global popularity, Żubrówka's journey mirrors that of Poland itself, a story of resilience, tradition, and ultimately, triumph. It's a reminder that in every bottle of Żubrówka, you're not just drinking a vodka, you're imbibing 5 centuries of history, culture, and the indomitable Polish spirit. 2. The unique production process and flavors of bison grass vodka. Now that we've explored the rich history of Żubrówka, let's delve into what makes this vodka truly unique, its production process and distinctive flavor profile. The journey of Żubrówka begins in the Białowieża forest, a UNESCO World Heritage Site straddling the border between Poland and Belarus. This is the last remnant of the primeval forest that once stretched across the European plain, and it's here that we find our star ingredient, bison grass. Bison grass, or Hierochloi odorata, is not your average lawn variety. This aromatic herb grows wild in the clearings of Białowieża, favored by the European bison that give the vodka its name. But harvesting this grass is no simple task. It can only be picked by hand, and only at certain times of the year to ensure sustainability. Picture this. It's early summer in Białowieża. The morning mist is just lifting from the ancient oaks and lindens. A small group of harvesters enters a forest clearing, their expert eyes scanning for the distinctive sweet-scented grass. They carefully select and cut the grass by hand, taking only what's needed, leaving plenty for the forest's bison population. This meticulous harvesting process is just the beginning. Once collected, the grass is dried naturally in the open air, allowing it to retain its aromatic compounds. It's then taken to the distillery, where the real magic begins. The base of Żubrówka is a high-quality rye vodka, distilled multiple times for purity. But it's the infusion process that transforms this vodka into something extraordinary. The dried bison grass is steeped in the vodka, imparting its unique flavors and aromas. This infusion is then blended with more vodka to achieve the perfect balance of flavor. But here's where Żubrówka truly sets itself apart. Each bottle contains a single blade of bison grass. This isn't just for show. The grass continues to infuse the vodka even in the bottle, ensuring that the flavors develop and mature over time. It's a living piece of the Białowieża forest in every bottle. Now, let's talk about that flavor. If you've never tasted Żubrówka, you're in for a sensory adventure. The first thing you'll notice is its distinctive pale yellow-green tint, a visual hint of the grassy infusion within. Bring the glass to your nose, and you're transported instantly to a sun-dappled forest clearing. The aroma is complex and inviting. There's a sweet, herbaceous note reminiscent of freshly cut hay, underlined by hints of vanilla, almonds, and a touch of lavender. It's a scent that's at once familiar and exotic, evoking memories of summer meadows and forest walks. Take a sip, and the flavor unfolds on your palate like a well-orchestrated symphony. The initial taste is smooth and creamy, with a subtle sweetness that's balanced by a gentle, peppery warmth. As it develops, you'll detect notes of vanilla and cinnamon, a whisper of coconut, and an intriguing herbal complexity that's utterly unique to bison grass. The finish is long and satisfying, leaving a pleasant warmth and a lingering hint of that distinctive grassy flavor. It's a taste that's been described as the flavor of early summer sunshine, fresh, complex, and utterly captivating. What's truly remarkable about Żubrówka is how it manages to be both distinctively flavored and incredibly versatile. Unlike many flavored vodkas that can be overwhelming or artificial tasting, Żubrówka's flavor profile is subtle and natural, allowing it to shine in a variety of cocktails or to be enjoyed simply on its own. It's worth noting that the Żubrówka you find outside of Poland may vary slightly from the original. Remember that FDA ban we mentioned earlier? To comply with regulations in countries like the United States, some versions of Żubrówka are made with a bison grass flavoring rather than the actual grass. While these versions strive to recreate the authentic flavor profile, true connoisseurs insist that nothing quite matches the real deal. The production of Żubrówka is a beautiful blend of tradition and innovation. While the core process remains true to centuries-old methods, modern technology ensures consistency and quality. The result is a vodka that's both a time capsule of Polish heritage and a thoroughly modern spirit. In a world of mass-produced, artificially flavored spirits, Żubrówka stands apart. Each bottle is a testament to the beauty of the Białowieża forest, the skill of Polish distillers, and the power of tradition. It's a reminder that sometimes the most extraordinary flavors come from the simplest, most natural sources, in this case, a humble blade of grass beloved by bison. So the next time you sip Żubrówka, take a moment to appreciate the journey in your glass. From the misty clearings of an ancient forest to the careful hands of harvesters and distillers to the final addition of that single blade of grass, it's more than just a drink. It's a sip of Polish wilderness, bottled for your enjoyment. 3. Żubrówka's journey from banned substance to global phenomenon. Now, let's embark on perhaps the most intriguing chapter of Żubrówka's story, its transformation from a prohibited substance to a global sensation. This journey is a tale of chemistry, bureaucracy, ingenuity, and ultimately, the unstoppable appeal of a truly unique spirit. Our story begins in the 1970s when Żubrówka was riding high on its reputation as Poland's premier vodka. It had survived wars, occupations, and political upheavals, maintaining its distinctive character through it all. But as it began to gain attention beyond Poland's borders, it ran headlong into a formidable opponent, the United States Food and Drug Administration, FDA. In 1978, the FDA dropped a bombshell on Żubrówka enthusiasts in the U.S. The agency banned the import and sale of the vodka due to the presence of a compound called coumarin in the bison grass. Coumarin, a naturally occurring substance found in many plants, including bison grass, was classified by the FDA as a substance generally prohibited from direct addition or use as human food. Now, you might be wondering, just how dangerous is this coumarin? Well, in large quantities, it can indeed be harmful to the liver. But here's the kicker. You'd need to drink several bottles of Żubrówka a day for an extended period to reach potentially harmful levels. To put it in perspective, you'd likely succumb to alcohol poisoning long before coumarin became an issue. Nevertheless, the ban was in place, and just like that, Żubrówka joined the ranks of prohibited substances in the U.S. But as we've often seen throughout history, prohibition often has the opposite of its intended effect. Rather than disappearing from the American consciousness, Żubrówka became something of a cult favorite. Travelers to Poland would return with bottles hidden in their luggage. Polish communities in the U.S. cherished their smuggled Żubrówka, saving it for special occasions. Bartenders who had tasted it abroad spoke of it in hushed, reverential tones. Żubrówka had become the forbidden vodka, and as we all know, forbidden fruit tastes the sweetest. This period of prohibition lasted for over 3 decades, during which time Żubrówka's mystique only grew. But behind the scenes, the makers of Żubrówka weren't sitting idle. They recognized the potential of the American market and set about finding a way to bring their beloved vodka to U.S. shores legally. The challenge was immense. How do you recreate the unique flavor of Żubrówka without using the very ingredient that defines it? It was a puzzle that took years to solve, involving food scientists, master distillers, and no small amount of trial and error. Finally, in 2011, after years of research and development, a breakthrough was achieved. A version of Żubrówka was created that satisfied FDA regulations while maintaining a flavor profile remarkably close to the original. The secret? A proprietary blend of natural flavors that mimics the taste of bison grass without containing any actual grass or the problematic coumarin. This FDA-compliant version, marketed as Żu in the United States, finally allowed Americans to legally experience a taste of this legendary Polish vodka. While purists might argue that it's not quite the same as the original, it was close enough to capture the imagination of American drinkers and bartenders alike. The lifting of the de facto ban opened the floodgates. Suddenly, Żubrówka was everywhere. Bars across the U.S. began featuring it in cocktails. Food and drink publications wrote glowing reviews. It became the darling of mixologists looking for unique flavors to work with. But Żubrówka's rise to global prominence isn't just an American story. While it was fighting its battles with the FDA, it was also expanding its reach across Europe and beyond. The fall of communism in Poland in 1989 had allowed for greater export opportunities, and Żubrówka was perfectly positioned to take advantage. In the 1990s and 2000s, Żubrówka began appearing in bars and liquor stores from London to Tokyo. Its unique flavor profile and compelling backstory made it a favorite among vodka enthusiasts looking for something beyond the usual unflavored varieties. The numbers tell the story of this meteoric rise. In 2010, Żubrówka sold about 3.5 million 9-liter cases worldwide. By 2019, that number had skyrocketed to 9.7 million cases, making it the third best-selling vodka brand globally. It's now available in over 80 countries, with a particularly strong presence in European markets. What's remarkable about Żubrówka's success is how it has managed to maintain its unique character and strong ties to its Polish heritage while becoming a global brand. In a world where many spirits become homogenized as they expand internationally, Żubrówka has stayed true to its roots. Each bottle, whether sold in Warsaw or Wichita, still contains that signature blade of grass. The imagery used in marketing still evokes the primeval Białowieża forest and the European bison. Even as it has expanded its product line to include flavored variants and ready-to-drink options, the core bison grass vodka remains the star of the show. This journey from banned substance to global phenomenon is more than just a business success story. It's a testament to the enduring appeal of authenticity and tradition in our increasingly homogenized world. Żubrówka offers drinkers something unique, a taste of Polish wilderness, a connection to centuries of tradition, and a flavor profile unlike anything else on the market. It's also a story of perseverance and adaptability. Rather than giving up on the U.S. market, the makers of Żubrówka found a way to adapt their product without compromising its essential character. This blend of tradition and innovation has become a hallmark of the brand, allowing it to remain relevant and exciting in a rapidly changing spirits market. The global success of Żubrówka has had ripple effects beyond just the bottom line of its parent company. It has helped to raise the profile of Polish spirits in general, opening doors for other Polish vodkas and liqueurs on the international stage. It's become a point of pride for Poland, a symbol of the country's rich cultural heritage and its modern, outward-looking character. Moreover, the popularity of Żubrówka has helped to draw attention to the Białowieża forest and the endangered European bison. Many drinkers, intrigued by the story behind their new favorite vodka, have become interested in conservation efforts in the forest. In this way, a simple blade of grass in a vodka bottle has become an unlikely ambassador for environmental awareness. As we raise a glass of Żubrówka today, whether it's the original Polish version or the FDA-approved American variant, we're not just enjoying a uniquely flavored vodka. We're participating in a story that spans centuries, crosses continents, and connects us to an ancient forest and its majestic inhabitants. From banned substance to bar staple, Żubrówka's journey is a reminder that with the right blend of tradition, quality, and adaptability, it's possible to overcome any obstacle and win the hearts of drinkers around the world. 4. Mixology and cocktail culture surrounding Żubrówka. Now that we've explored the history and global journey of Żubrówka, let's dive into one of the most exciting aspects of this unique spirit: its role in mixology and cocktail culture. Żubrówka's distinctive flavor profile has made it a favorite among bartenders and home mixologists alike, inspiring a wide range of creative and delicious cocktails. Let's start with the classic, the Żubrówka, also known as the apple pie or apple zoo. This simple yet delightful cocktail is to Poland what the gin and tonic is to England, a national institution. The recipe couldn't be simpler: Żubrówka mixed with apple juice, usually in a 1:3 ratio. The result? A drink that tastes remarkably like a liquid apple pie, with the Bison grass vodka providing notes of cinnamon and vanilla that complement the apple perfectly. But here's where it gets interesting. The type of apple juice you use can dramatically change the character of the drink. In Poland, you'll often find it made with a cloudy, unfiltered apple juice that adds body and a more intense apple flavor. Some bartenders add a squeeze of lemon for brightness, while others might include a dash of cinnamon for extra spice. I've even encountered versions that use hard apple cider instead of juice, adding a pleasant effervescence to the drink. The Żubrówka is so popular that it has inspired a ready-to-drink canned version called Soda Zoo, launched by the Żubrówka brand in 2024. This shows how even a centuries-old spirit can adapt to modern drinking trends. Moving beyond the apple pie, innovative bartenders have created a wide array of Żubrówka-based cocktails. The Polish Mule is a twist on the Moscow Mule, substituting Żubrówka for regular vodka and adding a splash of apple juice to the traditional ginger beer and lime. The result is a spicy, fruity, and refreshing drink that's perfect for summer sipping. For those who like their drinks a little stronger, there's the frisky Bison. This martini-style cocktail combines Żubrówka with dry vermouth and a dash of Angostura bitters. It's a sophisticated drink that really allows the unique flavors of the Bison grass vodka to shine. One of my personal favorites is the Bison grass gimlet. It's a simple mix of Żubrówka, fresh lime juice, and a touch of simple syrup. The citrus notes of the lime complement the grassy, vanilla notes of the vodka beautifully, creating a refreshing and complex cocktail. But it's not just about cocktails. In Poland, it's common to see Żubrówka served simply over ice, perhaps with a slice of apple as a garnish. This serving style, known as Żubrówka on the rocks, allows you to fully appreciate the unique flavor profile of the spirit. Interestingly, Żubrówka has also found its way into the world of culinary mixology. Innovative chefs have been known to use it in cooking, particularly in desserts. Imagine an apple tart flambéed with Żubrówka, or a Bison grass panna cotta. The possibilities are endless. One particularly intriguing use of Żubrówka in mixology comes from a bartender I met in Krakow. He created a drink called the Bison's Breath, which combined Żubrówka with honey liqueur, fresh lemon juice, and a spritz of atomized hay tincture. The hay tincture, he explained, was meant to evoke the aroma of the Białowieża forest. It was a multi-sensory experience that truly captured the essence of Żubrówka's origins. The popularity of Żubrówka in cocktail culture has also led to some interesting fusions with other culinary traditions. In London, I once had a Polish Bloody Mary that used Żubrówka as its base, mixed with tomato juice, Worcestershire sauce, and a pinch of horseradish. The grassy notes of the vodka added an intriguing dimension to this classic brunch cocktail. In New York, a Polish-American bartender told me about his Bison grass mojito, which substituted Żubrówka for the traditional white rum. The mint in the mojito played beautifully with the herbal notes of the vodka, creating a refreshing drink with a distinctly Polish twist. But perhaps the most surprising use of Żubrówka I've encountered was in a high-end bar in Tokyo. There, a skilled bartender created a Żubrówka old-fashioned, using the vodka in place of whiskey. He balanced the drink with a house-made apple bitters and a touch of maple syrup. It was a fascinating fusion of Polish, American, and Japanese influences, all in one glass. What's clear from all these examples is that Żubrówka's unique flavor profile makes it an incredibly versatile spirit for mixology. Its herbal, vanilla-like notes allow it to pair well with a wide range of flavors, from fruits to spices to other spirits. This versatility, combined with the vodka's intriguing backstory, has made it a favorite among craft cocktail enthusiasts and innovative bartenders worldwide. Moreover, the rise of Żubrówka in cocktail culture has helped to challenge the notion that vodka is a flavorless, interchangeable spirit. It's shown that vodka can have character, complexity, and a sense of terroir, much like a fine whiskey or gin. As interest in craft spirits and innovative cocktails continues to grow, it's likely that we'll see even more creative uses of Żubrówka in bars and home cocktail cabinets around the world. From the simple pleasures of an apple zoo to complex, multi-layered craft cocktails, Żubrówka has proven itself to be a spirit that can surprise, delight, and inspire in equal measure. So the next time you're at a bar and see Żubrówka on the shelf, why not ask the bartender to whip up something special? Or better yet, pick up a bottle and start experimenting at home. Who knows? You might just create the next classic Żubrówka cocktail. 5. The Białowieża Forest, home of the bison and bison grass. Now, let's take a journey to the heart of the Żubrówka story, the Białowieża Forest. This ancient woodland, straddling the border between Poland and Belarus, is more than just the source of the bison grass that gives Żubrówka its distinctive flavor. It's a living time capsule, a biodiversity hotspot, and a powerful symbol of European wilderness. Imagine, if you will, stepping into a forest that looks much the same as it did thousands of years ago. Massive oak trees, some over 500 years old, tower above you. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and wild herbs. In the distance, you might hear the rustle of leaves, the call of a rare bird, or if you're very lucky, the low grunt of a European bison. This is Białowieża, the last significant remnant of the primeval forest that once stretched across the European plain. It's a place where nature has been allowed to follow its own course for millennia, largely untouched by human intervention. The result is an ecosystem of unparalleled richness and complexity. The forest covers an area of about 141,885 hectares, 350,606 acres, making it one of the largest and best preserved old-growth forests in Europe. It's home to 59 species of mammals, including wolves, lynx, and of course, the iconic European bison. Over 250 bird species inhabit or visit the forest, including rare woodpeckers and owls. But it's not just the large animals that make Białowieża special, it's also a haven for thousands of species of insects, fungi, and plants, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. Among these plants is our star, the bison grass, or Hierochlea odorata. This unassuming herb, with its sweet vanilla-like scent, grows in the forest clearings and is a favorite food of the European bison. It's this grass that gives Żubrówka its unique flavor and connects the vodka so intimately with the forest. But the story of Białowieża is also a story of conservation, often against seemingly insurmountable odds. For centuries, the forest was a royal hunting ground, which paradoxically helped to preserve it. Kings and nobles hunted here, but they also protected the forest and its inhabitants from exploitation. However, the 20th century brought new threats. During World War I, German occupying forces cut down large swaths of the forest and nearly hunted the European bison to extinction. The last wild bison in Białowieża was killed in 1919. It seemed that this magnificent animal, which had roamed Europe since the Ice Age, was gone forever. But in a remarkable conservation effort, bison from zoos and private collections were reintroduced to Białowieża in the 1950s. Today, there are over 600 bison living in the forest, the largest population of these animals anywhere in the world. It's a powerful testament to what can be achieved when we commit to protecting and restoring our natural heritage. The forest itself has also faced numerous threats over the years. Logging, even in protected areas, has been a contentious issue. In 2017, the Polish government's decision to increase logging in the forest sparked international outcry and legal battles with the European Union. Conservationists argued that the increased logging threatened the delicate balance of this unique ecosystem. This controversy brought Białowieża into the global spotlight, raising awareness of its importance far beyond Poland's borders. Many people who had never heard of this forest before suddenly became invested in its fate. And in a roundabout way, Żubrówka played a part in this increased awareness. As the vodka gained popularity around the world, it brought with it the story of Białowieża and its bison, introducing many to the importance of this unique ecosystem. Today, Białowieża faces new challenges. Climate change is altering the delicate balance of the forest ecosystem. Warmer temperatures are allowing new species to move in, potentially outcompeting the native flora and fauna. The bison grass itself could be at risk if the climate becomes unsuitable for its growth. Yet, Białowieża remains a place of wonder and hope. It shows us what Europe looked like before widespread human alteration of the landscape. It provides a living laboratory for scientists studying natural forest dynamics and biodiversity. And for the rest of us, it offers a glimpse into a wilder, more primeval world. Visiting Białowieża today is a unique experience. Strict regulations limit access to the most protected parts of the forest, but guided tours allow visitors to experience its majesty firsthand. Walking through the forest, you're struck by the sheer size of the trees, many of which are hundreds of years old. The diversity of life is astounding. Every fallen log is a micro-ecosystem unto itself, teeming with fungi, insects, and small plants. And if you're very lucky, you might catch a glimpse of a European bison. These massive animals, standing up to 6 feet tall at the shoulder and weighing up to 2,000 pounds, are an awe-inspiring sight. Watching a bison move through the forest, you can't help but feel a connection to a more primeval time. For the makers of Żubrówka, Białowieża is more than just a source of ingredients. It's the heart and soul of their product. The forest's protection is intimately tied to the future of the vodka. This has led the brand to support various conservation initiatives in the forest, recognizing that their success is intertwined with the health of this unique ecosystem. So, the next time you sip a glass of Żubrówka, take a moment to think about Białowieża. That blade of grass in your bottle is a tiny ambassador from one of Europe's last wild places. It carries with it the story of ancient forests, of bison brought back from the brink of extinction, and of the ongoing struggle to preserve our natural heritage in a rapidly changing world. In many ways, Białowieża Forest and Żubrówka Vodka tell the same story, one of resilience, tradition, and the enduring power of nature. Both have faced threats and challenges, yet both have endured, continuing to captivate and inspire us. They remind us of the importance of preserving our natural and cultural heritage and of the deep connections between the two. In every sip of Żubrówka, we taste not just a unique spirit, but a piece of living history. 6. Evolution of the Żubrówka brand and product line. As we've journeyed through the rich history and cultural significance of Żubrówka, we've seen how this unique spirit has maintained its core identity for centuries. But like any successful brand, Żubrówka has also evolved to meet changing consumer tastes and market demands. Let's explore how this iconic Polish vodka has expanded its product line while staying true to its roots. The heart of the Żubrówka brand has always been, and remains, the original Bison grass vodka. This is the product that has captivated drinkers for centuries with its unique flavor profile and the distinctive blade of grass in every bottle. But in recent years, the brand has expanded significantly, introducing new products that build on the Żubrówka legacy while appealing to a broader range of consumers. One of the most significant additions to the Żubrówka family is Żubrówka Biała, or White Żubrówka. Launched in 2010, this is a pure, unflavored vodka that doesn't contain the signature bison grass. While purists might raise an eyebrow, Biała has been a major success, particularly in markets where consumers prefer their vodka unadorned. It's become one of the best-selling vodkas in Poland and has helped to expand the brand's reach internationally. But the innovation didn't stop there. Recognizing the growing trend for premium vodkas, Żubrówka introduced Żubrówka Czarna, Black, in 2017. This is a super premium product, made from single-estate Polish wheat and water from the Białowieża forest region. It's filtered through charcoal and aged in oak barrels, resulting in a smooth, complex vodka that can hold its own against any high-end spirit on the market. In a nod to changing drinking habits and the rise of ready-to-drink, RTD, beverages, Żubrówka has also ventured into this space. In 2024, they launched Soda Zoo, a canned version of the popular Apple Zoo cocktail. This move allows consumers to enjoy the distinctive Żubrówka taste in a convenient, portable format, perfect for picnics, festivals, or any occasion where mixing drinks might be impractical. The brand has also expanded into flavored vodkas with the Żubrówka Fresh Zoo line. These products combine the classic Bison grass vodka with fruity, refreshing flavors like sour apple, refreshing mint, sour lemon, and pink grapefruit. It's a clever way to introduce younger consumers to the Żubrówka brand while offering something new to longtime fans. One particularly interesting addition to the lineup is Żubrówka Rose. This pink-hued vodka blends the traditional Bison grass flavor with notes of wild raspberries and rosehips. It's a product that seems tailor-made for the Instagram era, with its photogenic color and on-trend flavor profile. But perhaps the most intriguing recent development in the Żubrówka portfolio is the introduction of Żubrówka Żubr, a vodka-based gin. Yes, you read that right, a vodka brand making gin. This product infuses the classic Bison grass vodka with traditional gin botanicals like juniper, coriander, and angelica root. It's a fascinating fusion of Polish vodka tradition and the global gin trend, creating a spirit that's truly unique in the market. These product innovations haven't just been about expanding the range. They've also been crucial in helping Żubrówka adapt to different international markets. For example, in countries where the original Bison grass vodka faces regulatory hurdles, like the United States, products like Biała and the flavored variants have allowed the brand to establish a presence and build brand recognition. It's worth noting that this expansion hasn't been without its challenges. Some purists have expressed concern that the proliferation of new products might dilute the brand's identity or detract from the unique heritage of the original Bison grass vodka. There's always a delicate balance to strike between innovation and tradition, especially for a brand with such a long and storied history. However, Żubrówka has been careful to maintain a strong connection to its roots throughout this evolution. The imagery used across the product line consistently evokes the Białowieża forest and the European bison. The bison grass remains a key element, even in products where it's not the star. And the brand continues to emphasize its Polish heritage and centuries-old tradition in its marketing and packaging. This expansion has also allowed Żubrówka to tap into different drinking occasions and consumer segments. While the original Bison grass vodka might be seen as a special occasion drink or something to be savored neat, products like the Fresh Zoo line and Soda Zoo cater to more casual drinking occasions and younger consumers who might prefer sweeter, more approachable flavors. The evolution of the Żubrówka brand also reflects broader trends in the global spirits industry. The rise of premium and super premium vodkas, the boom in flavored spirits, the growing popularity of ready-to-drink cocktails. Żubrówka has found ways to participate in all these trends while maintaining its unique identity. One particularly interesting aspect of Żubrówka's brand evolution has been its engagement with cocktail culture. As we discussed earlier, the brand has embraced mixology, encouraging bartenders and home enthusiasts to experiment with its products. This has helped to position Żubrówka not just as a traditional Polish spirit, but as a versatile, contemporary ingredient in modern cocktails. The brand has also made efforts to align itself with contemporary values, particularly around sustainability and conservation. Given the crucial role the Białowieża forest plays in the Żubrówka story, the brand has supported various conservation initiatives. This not only helps to protect the source of their key ingredient but also resonates with environmentally conscious consumers. Looking to the future, it's clear that Żubrówka is not content to rest on its laurels. Rumors abound of new products in development, including possibly a Żubrówka-based liqueur and even a non-alcoholic version for the growing, sober-curious market. Whatever comes next, it seems certain that Żubrówka will continue to innovate while keeping one foot firmly planted in its rich heritage. The evolution of the Żubrówka brand and product line is a masterclass in how a traditional spirit can remain relevant in the modern era. By thoughtfully expanding its range, Żubrówka has managed to honor its past while embracing the future. From the forests of Białowieża to cocktail bars around the world, from centuries-old recipes to cutting-edge RTD products, Żubrówka continues to surprise and delight drinkers, proving that even a 500-year-old brand can learn new tricks. 7. Polish vodka traditions and Żubrówka's place in Polish identity. To truly understand Żubrówka and its significance, we need to delve into the rich tapestry of Polish vodka traditions and explore how this unique spirit has become intertwined with Polish national identity. Vodka, or wodka, in Polish, is more than just a drink in Poland. It's a cultural institution, a source of national pride, and a thread that runs through centuries of Polish history. The origins of vodka in Poland stretch back to the Middle Ages. The exact date of its invention is lost to history, but we know that by the 8th century, rudimentary forms of vodka were being produced in Poland. Initially, it was used primarily for medicinal purposes, believed to cure a range of ailments and even ward off the plague. It wasn't until the 16th century that vodka began to be consumed more widely as a beverage. In those early days, vodka production was largely a domestic affair. Nearly every Polish household would have its own recipe, often flavored with local herbs and spices. This tradition of flavored vodkas, or nalewki, continues to this day and is an important part of Polish drinking culture. Żubrówka, with its bison grass infusion, can be seen as part of this long tradition of flavored spirits. As vodka production became more commercialized in the 18th and 19th centuries, it began to play an increasingly important role in the Polish economy. Large estates would often have their own distilleries, and vodka became a significant export. It was during this period that many of Poland's most famous vodka brands were established. But vodka in Poland is about more than just economics. It's deeply embedded in social and cultural traditions. In Polish culture, vodka is a drink of hospitality and celebration. It's customary to welcome guests with a shot of vodka, and no Polish wedding would be complete without multiple toasts of na zdrowie, to your health, accompanied by shots of clear, crisp vodka. Żubrówka occupies a special place within this tradition. While clear vodkas are the most common, Żubrówka's distinctive flavor and color make it stand out. It's often reserved for special occasions or offered to guests as something uniquely Polish. The blade of grass in each bottle serves as a conversation starter, allowing proud Polish hosts to share the story of the Białowieża forest and the European bison with their guests. During the communist era in Poland, 1945 to 1989, vodka took on additional significance. Under the state-controlled economy, only a handful of vodka brands were produced, and these became symbols of Polish resilience and identity in the face of Soviet influence. Żubrówka, with its connection to the ancient Białowieża forest and its distinctly Polish character, was particularly cherished during this time. The fall of communism in 1989 brought significant changes to the Polish vodka industry. Many historic brands were privatized, and new brands entered the market. But through all these changes, Żubrówka maintained its position as a beloved national icon. Its continued popularity is a testament to its quality, but also to its deep roots in Polish culture and identity. In recent years, there's been a renewed interest in traditional Polish vodkas and nalewki, both within Poland and internationally. This trend has benefited Żubrówka, as consumers seek out spirits with authentic stories and unique flavors. The global success of Żubrówka has become a source of national pride for many Poles, seen as evidence of Poland's rich culinary and cultural heritage. But Żubrówka's role in Polish identity goes beyond just being a popular drink. It serves as a link to Poland's natural heritage, particularly the Białowieża forest. In a rapidly modernizing world, Żubrówka reminds Poles of their connection to the land and to ancient traditions. The European bison, featured prominently in Żubrówka's branding, is a national symbol of Poland, and its restoration from near extinction is a source of national pride. Moreover, Żubrówka embodies a certain idea of Polishness, one that values tradition but isn't afraid of innovation, that's deeply rooted in the Polish landscape but able to find appreciation around the world. In this way, it mirrors how many Poles see their country in the 21st century, proud of its heritage, but forward-looking and ready to take its place on the global stage. The role of Żubrówka in Polish culture extends beyond just drinking. It's become a common ingredient in Polish cuisine, used in everything from sauces for meat dishes to desserts. There's even a popular Polish ice cream flavor that incorporates the taste of Żubrówka. In Polish literature and film, Żubrówka often makes an appearance as a symbol of Polishness or as a plot device. Perhaps most famously, it plays a key role in the 1999 film, The Pianist, where a bottle of Żubrówka becomes a poignant reminder of pre-war Polish life. It's also worth noting that Żubrówka has played a role in Poland's soft power diplomacy. Polish embassies around the world often serve Żubrówka at official functions, using it as a way to introduce people to Polish culture and traditions. In this way, a simple blade of grass in a bottle of vodka becomes an ambassador for an entire nation. However, it would be remiss not to mention that Poland, like many countries, has had to grapple with issues of excessive alcohol consumption. In recent years, there have been efforts to promote more responsible drinking habits. Interestingly, traditional vodkas like Żubrówka, which are often sipped slowly and appreciated for their flavor, are sometimes held up as examples of a more mindful drinking culture, in contrast to binge drinking of cheaper spirits. As Poland continues to evolve in the 21st century, so too does the role of Żubrówka in Polish identity. For younger generations of Poles, it might represent a connection to their roots in an increasingly globalized world. For Poland's growing craft spirit scene, it serves as inspiration, showing how a traditional product can find global success without losing its essential character. In the end, Żubrówka is more than just a vodka. It's a time capsule, a nature preserve, a cultural ambassador, and a national icon, all bottled up with a blade of grass. It tells the story of Poland, its forests and wildlife, its traditions and innovations, its struggles and triumphs. In every sip of Żubrówka, there's a taste of Polish identity, 500 years in the making. Now, as we conclude our deep dive into the world of Żubrówka, it's clear that this is no ordinary spirit. From its roots in the primeval Białowieża forest to its journey across global markets, from its role in Polish cultural identity to its place in modern mixology, Żubrówka tells a story as complex and intriguing as its flavor. We've traveled through 5 centuries of history, explored the unique production process that gives Żubrówka its distinctive taste, and witnessed its transformation from a locally treasured spirit to a global phenomenon. We've ventured into the Białowieża forest, the last remnant of Europe's primeval woodland and home to the bison grass that defines Żubrówka. We've seen how the brand has evolved, expanding its product line while staying true to its roots, and we've explored the deep connections between Żubrówka and Polish national identity. What emerges from this exploration is a picture of a spirit that is far more than just a drink. Żubrówka is a cultural artifact, a piece of living history, and a testament to the enduring power of tradition in our rapidly changing world. It reminds us of the deep connections between nature, culture, and human ingenuity. But perhaps most importantly, the story of Żubrówka shows us how something as simple as a blade of grass in a bottle of vodka can carry profound meaning. It can connect us to ancient forests and endangered species, to centuries of tradition and cutting-edge innovation, to national identity and global trends. As we look to the future, it's clear that Żubrówka will continue to evolve and adapt, just as it has for the past 500 years. But whatever changes may come, that distinctive blade of grass will remain, a small but powerful reminder of where this unique spirit came from and what it represents. So the next time you encounter a bottle of Żubrówka, take a moment to appreciate the journey that brought it to you. Whether you enjoy it in a traditional zarlatka, in an innovative cocktail, or simply on its own, remember that you're not just drinking a vodka. You're partaking in a piece of living history, a taste of one of Europe's last wild places, and a proud Polish tradition 5 centuries in the making. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of Żubrówka. We hope this exploration has deepened your appreciation for this unique spirit and perhaps inspired you to explore the rich world of traditional spirits and the cultures that produce them. Remember, every bottle tells a story, and few tell a story quite as fascinating as Żubrówka. Na zdrowie.